Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started. That means be quiet. I'm just teasing. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm Megan Inman. I'm the current chairman of the board for the Phoenixville Chamber of Commerce. Very proud to be in that role. And just, again, thank you so much all for attending today. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for today, Creative Capital Wealth Management Group and Phoenixville Federal Bank and Trust. And to our host, of course, the Phoenixville Country Club. You don't have to clap there, but thanks, John. That's good. Okay. We'll just clap. Yeah, we'll just go with it. I like it. As some of you may already know, unfortunately, we will not be joined by Mr. Andy Talley as he is not feeling well today. We wanted to thank Fred Hubler, who will now ask to join us up front for his work in helping to suggest and schedule Andy. We will be hosting a speed networking, which will be explained after our sponsor and announcement time. Fred will now share a little bit about his company, Creative Capital. Come on up, Fred. Thank you.
The best part of following Megan is I get to do the awkward shifting down of the microphone. That sounds like a haunted house door. So thank you all for coming. I promise you we will reschedule Andy. Got a call at 6:30 and he really wanted to be here. I'm like, listen, we'll figure it out. I talked to Jess at 7:30 and so, by 9 o'clock we had everything fixed. Creative Capital is not a bank, and I know you're all really disappointed when you look around the room and see 99% banks. So sorry, I'm not a bank. We are a retainer-based planning firm out of Valley Forge. We're in 11 states, and I think what makes us special is starting about 3 years ago, we don't require any assets to be with us, because sometimes where your assets are where they should be. So things like Vanguard, Fidelity, no load, no cost, low cost, that's all good stuff. And so it shouldn't be, the solutions for you shouldn't be dictated by what product someone could sell. So we are retainer-based. And lately, we've been pretty much getting some good recognition, been in the Wall Street Journal. So cool stuff. Thank you for having us, and I'm going to turn it over to Chuck, who promised he wouldn't make any short jokes. So let's make sure you are a man of your word, and I'll put this up for you.
Deal's a deal. You got it. Okay, well, unlike anybody else's, I got to push the podium up a little. Okay. Squeeze behind. Thank you all for having me today. My name is Chuck Benz. I'm with Phoenixville Federal Bank and Trust, your community's bank. We have, I think many of you are familiar with our bank, and for you, all the bankers, you're right, Fred, there are a lot of bankers here today, and you guys don't have to listen if you don't want, it's fine. But we have 5 branches: Phoenixville, Kimberton, Collegeville, Royersford, and Limerick. We are very community focused. I think many of you know in Phoenixville, we try to get involved with most of the nonprofits in town and sponsorships and do all the right things here. I've been involved in many things. In fact, I was thinking it was 10 years ago, right this year, that I was president of this chamber. So it was a great 2 years for me. I had a great time. And then Fred followed up with another 2 years. They were okay years. No, they were great years. They were great years. But anyway, so it's my pleasure to come up here today. What can I tell you about Phoenixville Federal? I mean, we're local. We're here to help you. We're here to help your businesses. We're here to help your nonprofits. We're here to help you as individuals. The people of Phoenixville Federal, they're people you know. They're people you trust. They're people that will be here years and years to come. We have 2 of our managers here today, Marilyn Reich from the Kimberton branch and Beth Mastrangelo from the Phoenixville branch. And hey, anything you need, just stop in any one of our branches. We'll be glad to help you. So thank you all very much and enjoy the lunch today. Thanks.
Thank you, Chuck and Fred, both past chairman of the boards for the chamber. So we thank you for your service and continued involvement in the chamber as well. We will now welcome. Oh wait, I gotta switch to the switch in here. Is it Kim Chirac? Hopefully I didn't mess that up. Good, pretty good? Okay. Is a nurse practitioner with cardiothoracic surgery team at Phoenixville Hospital, Tower Health. She has been in healthcare for 30 years and has been with the CT surgery team for the past year. She works closely with Dr. Hans Haupt, thank you. Seeing and evaluating the CT surgery patients both in the hospital and in the office. She is well known in the healthcare arena. Please welcome her today to speak about the services Dr. Haupt and his team provide. Thank you so much, Kim.
It's nice to be clapped for when I haven't done anything. Hi. It is truly a pleasure to be here. Dr. Haupt would have been here himself. Unfortunately, as plans go when you're doing surgery, we had another surgery add-on emergency. So, that's where you want him, trust me. As I said, I'm delighted to be here. This is such an honor and a privilege to be around folks like you all. I live in a community myself, work in a community, and you all are the people who are the backbone of what goes on in communities. So I thank you for that on behalf of your Phoenixville area. I have friends who work in their own community and volunteer, and there's a lot to be said about that. Phoenixville Hospital, I'm sure some of you have probably been there once or twice, maybe in your lifetime for yourself or a family member. Our service is the cardiothoracic service. So what that means is heart surgery and lungs. So not to bring up a sad subject while we're eating such a lovely lunch, but heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women in the United States. So, if it hasn't been yourself, it's probably someone who's had to have some surgery done for their heart. So we do bypass surgery. So what does that mean? It means we can get blockages in our heart. And think about it like, 422. When 422 gets blocked up, you got to go around it and bypass. So that's what we do with the vessels in the heart, okay? Lung surgery. There's all sorts of things that can happen with the lungs. You could have a nodule, a mass, a problem with your lung that it collapses. And those are all things that we can fix for you. As I was introduced and said that I participate in this team. I've been part of this team for the past year, and really it was one of those things where I was asked to come in and visit and talk with Dr. Haupt. I knew his reputation, and I pride myself in working with folks who really provide excellent care to people, and he does. He is very talented. He's been doing this for over 20 years. Carlos, who is our physician assistant, they have been a team for 15 years. I'm sorry. They've been together doing this surgery together for up to 15 years. When I watch them in the operating room, because I will stop in, they are like this team, well-oiled machine. They don't even have to speak to each other. They do, but they don't have to. It is truly an amazing thing that my team does. I'm fortunate enough to be part of that team, and I see the patients in the office, in the hospital. I can help provide support not just to the patient who, maybe needs some medicine changed or a quick assessment, but to the family as well. So it's truly a privilege to be a part of this team. As you all know, we, Phoenixville Hospital, are now part of Tower Health. We're very excited about that. It is bringing some very good things to the hospital and the community and building services to take care of you all and your families who are in this area. Reading Hospital itself is sort of the parent of the system. If you know anybody who lives up in that area, they really are very community oriented. So I suspect you all will see some, I don't want to say improvement, but maybe some infusion into the community from Tower Health and Phoenixville, even more than maybe you've seen in the past. One other thing I would like to talk about is something called bloodless medicine, and I won't get gory because it's lunchtime. But there are some folks in the neighboring communities who are Jehovah's Witness, and they opt not to take blood transfusion for a religious reason. However, we know now in literature that we should not transfuse blood unless it's absolutely necessary. So we've begun to be known for this, and we actually have folks seeking us out because Dr. Haupt takes it very seriously, and truly, back when I started, that 30-some years ago, we used to give blood transfusions if somebody's hemoglobin was around 10. So for you all, like women is 14, 15 normal, men 15. So we used to give blood very easily and very quickly, and now we really wait because we know the science tells us that you transfuse only if it's absolutely necessary. And there are times that it's necessary, but if we don't have to do it, and the technique that Dr. Halp uses really helps improve the quality and outcomes of patients. So without further ado, you've heard me speak far too long. I have left some brochures about our team and the type of surgeries that we provide, as well as our business cards. Dr. Halp currently is a University of Pennsylvania physician. That's where he trained, and he's been a part of their team out here in this community. So it is like getting, downtown care out here in the community. We're excited about that. And, please take some brochures. If you have questions, if I can be of support or help, you can reach out to me at the office. I'm happy to, answer questions. And if there's anything before I go away, I don't want to hold you all up from your speed dating. But if there's any quick questions, if that's okay, I'm certainly happy to answer anything. And if not, I appreciate being here. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kim, and also to the hospital for their always interesting and beneficial education every month. So now I wanted to bring up Jessica, the president and CEO of our chamber, the woman behind the curtain who really does everything, keeps the show running. But before I bring her up, I just want to say a quick thank you to the staff, to Janice and Karen and Jess. I know change is never easy, especially at the last minute, but they're always able to adapt very quickly and work so hard to make sure that everything sort of goes on flawlessly. So I know I appreciate that, and I know you guys all appreciate that too, so thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Megan. We are going to, as we've heard this morning, get to this speed networking. Close, Kim. It's network. It's fine. It's fine. No, we're really looking forward to that, and I will explain that shortly. But in an effort to make sure that we can get to that and that be the only focus for the remainder of the day, we're going to now front load all of our announcements and pull our door prizes, okay? So we just wanted to announce we're still capturing information about all the events that you're attending for our We Heart Our Members campaign, and we will, within this month, be sending out information about the date for our We Heart Our Members membership appreciation event that we'll be holding in the downtown. And again, more information will be coming out about that this month. At this time, he does not know this, but I'd like to ask Frank Giardina to pause from his lunch real quick. Frank, if you could come up here for just a moment. As many of you know, because Frank talks about it every month leading up to the event, we do have our annual golf classic, which is one of the Chamber's largest capital fundraisers. And we first want to say to many of the folks actually in this room and certainly beyond, for all the donations, for participating in golf, for purchasing hole signs. We had 118 folks registered to play golf this year, which was our largest year to date. And we also sold the most amount of hole signs. We had lots of great tablers out there for the day. And for all of those golfers, that means we have to recruit door prizes, one door prize per golfer. So 120 approximately door prizes were collected by our staff, our volunteers on our committee, and by Frank. So again, a very big thank you to anybody involved with the golf outing. Again, the biggest capital fundraiser for the Chamber each year. And I wanted to publicly thank the committee. I know Frank will probably also want to do that. But Rebecca Worthington with Benchmark, Federal Credit Union, Sarah Peppel with the University of Valley Forge, Mike Poland from Premier Planning, and Steve Giampietra from Bodie Borneman are on the committee that Frank leads. And I'm sure anybody who attends these events, you do realize all the facets of it, and it is a lot to coordinate. So that is in big thanks to Frank. We just wanted to present you with a certificate of appreciation for running our golf classic, and we appreciate all you do for the Chamber, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if you got a bit of my salad on your cheek. No, it's a great event. Lots of you are out there. Again, it is the one event that all the funds, I think one of the only events, well, we may have others, but goes all to the chamber. It's great to run. Everybody gets involved, from our board, from our committee, from all vendors in town who come out and share their whatever it is that they have to offer. Everybody who donates, all these door prizes, silent auction, and also we should say thank you to Peter, who helped us get BidPal, right?
Yes.
And the JCs, because they allowed us to use the BidPal, and I think that made our silent auction the biggest fundraiser part of the event ever. So thank you to you, Peter. And that's it. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you acknowledging me.
Of course. Okay, at this time, I'm going to announce all of our annual sponsors, but right after that, we're going to get to pulling the winners for door prizes as well as raffles. So if you'd like to pull out your blue tickets, we'll be getting to that momentarily. Our sponsors, again, we couldn't do it without you. Benchmark Federal Credit Union, Phoenixville Hospital, Phoenixville JCs, SEI, Phoenixville Federal Bank and Trust, Premier Planning Group, BB&T Bank, Riverworks Luxury Apartments, Ardent Credit Union, AFC Urgent Care, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Bryn Mawr Trust, Giardina Insurance and Financial Services, John Kennedy Ford, Malley LLP, OWM Law, Phoenix Village Luxury Apartments, Steve Greco Landscaping, and Tompkins Vis Bank. So thank you guys very much for your support to the Chamber and for supplementing so much of our programming. We appreciate that very much. We're going to pull the prizes. So we have a couple of additional donations today. So we will start with the door prize items, which are 2 winners. A few weeks back, Tompkins Vist actually hosted an event with us, and they had these awesome door prizes, and we were able to secure a few. These are power banks for your smartphone. And those 2 winners, I'll look away. It's very official, I'm sure, as you can tell. Okay, those 2 winners, Scott Hamrick and Denise with C. Raymond Davis. Okay. Thanks for being here. You knew you came for a reason, Scott, right? Yeah. All right, and now we're going to get into the actual raffle. So those who purchase tickets, we have a number of free membership meetings, a gift certificate to Molly McGuire's, and also this morning, Fred Hubler presented us with 2 donations, each composed of 2 tickets to his Cheers for Charity event to actually benefit Andy Talley's Bone Marrow Foundation. The event is complimentary with this ticket to attend, and that will actually be right here at Phoenixville Country Club on June 14th. So we will pull those actually first. Fred, I hope you didn't buy tickets because that's going to be awkward. Yeah. All right. Blue ticket number 786-524. Awesome. Great. With Key Bank. All right. And then 786-499. Joanne. Well, awesome. If Julian can't win, of course Joanne did, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. All right. These are all for free membership meetings. Okay. Blue ticket number 786-823. 823? Okay. We'll pick a different number for that. 786-515. All right, again with KeyBank, congrats. That's right, take that table to the V. 786-507. All right, awesome, Chris Keller, with Orion. 786-510. Chris, for a member of your staff, that's fine. Fine by us. Okay, and for the Molly's gift card, that is 786-493. Bill? All right, great. With Victory Bank. Yes, if we could pull one more. Sorry, thanks, Karen. All right. 786-518. All right. Works for us. We'll see you all at many more membership meetings. Thank you very much for your raffle support. Also, just a few quick announcements in regards to events. So this is the time if you have a community announcement or if you're a first-time attendee and would like to introduce yourself to the crowd, we'll ask you to come up and form a line right here, okay? So any community announcements, please. We just want to thank, I guess, A, Mother Nature, and also B, all the volunteers who helped with First Friday and Food Truck over this weekend. We had a beautiful weather weekend. First Friday drew thousands into the downtown, which has been wonderful, as I'm sure many of you who support our downtown retail and restaurant crowd. It's been a very long winter, so having folks out and about was extremely helpful to them, and we urge you to consider certainly dining and shopping with our folks downtown as often as you can. And for the Food Truck Festival, we are estimating an attendance of about 28,000 people over the course of the day. So it was a great day for trucks, an exhausting day for trucks and vendors, but we have so much support to that event with volunteers. If you're ever interested in volunteering for that event, you do receive a t-shirt, and we do feed you for the day for Food Truck. So we will be hosting that again October 6th. You can see the brochures that are on your tables. We left a few around. There's plenty more out at the member share table. If you're interested in volunteering for any of those events, we will certainly be able to get you information on that. We have a couple of events coming up for the rest of this week. If you are either new to membership or wanting to refresh exactly all the things the Chamber can offer to you, we do host a Chamber 101 event. It's an informational session that is happening this Thursday, the 10th, from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. at Workspace on Bridge, so right next door to the Chamber office. We would love to see you there. And we also have a ribbon cutting this Friday, May 11th at 5 p.m. at Cara Medical, which they just opened a new space. I believe 500 Gay Street is their address. So we would love to see you come out to support a fellow member at that event as well. And if you have any community events coming up, we are, of course, always strongly suggesting you add those to the community calendar, and you're always welcome to contact the Chamber office if you're wondering about any conflicting events, if you're setting up fundraisers or otherwise for this year. So at this time, we will get to community events. Okay, Joanne? Yeah, I know. It's a risk.
Hi, I'm Joanne McCracken. I'm with the Phoenixville Area Senior Center. We have a couple things going on for anybody who was at the golf outing, bidding on the silent auction on all that Eagles gear and didn't win. I can give you one more chance. The Senior Center is chancing off a signed Nick Foles that's beautifully framed and authenticated. So if you're interested, I have raffle tickets. And we're pulling it at a pancake breakfast on the 20th of May at the Senior Center. When everybody's all done with the Dogwood Parade and the Dogwood Festival, it would be a nice time to come and sit, have a nice breakfast, and recoup. So runs from 8 until 1. Adult tickets are $10, kids are $5. And I have them with me if anybody wants them.
Thank you, Joanne. Chris?
Hello, I'm Chris Keller with Orion Communities, one of the fabulous nonprofits in town. We work with people that are the most vulnerable in the community, dealing with poverty, illness, and disabilities. We have an event coming up, Christmas in June. That will be on June 3rd from 10 to 5, which happens to coincide with the Street Art Festival that's going to be in Phoenixville on the 200 block of Bridge Street. Last year was the first year for the Christmas in June, as well as the Street Art Festival, and it's a fun time and a good gathering. What we're doing here is collecting things to give to our clients that are in need. So many people get adopted in different ways between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but their budgets are tight all year round. So if you've got sunblock, laundry detergent, swim diapers, hair care products, any of those kinds of things, please think about coming to the Street Art Festival. Good time, lots of music. Henrik always organizes a great party, and drop off some things. Also, if your business would be interested in doing a collection, interested in helping you make that happen. So we've got some posters out in the lobby and some just small cards that you can take and give me a call, and we can talk about how we could go and do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm the chair of the 2018 Dogwood Parade for this year. Just wanted to, first of all, say that we are all going to be at the Senior Center Pancake Breakfast the day after. I don't know what kind of shape we'll be in, but we'll be there. I just wanted to invite everybody here to attend the festival, which starts on Monday at 6 o'clock. It's 6 to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday. Saturday, the 19th of May, is Parade Day. Parade starts at 1 o'clock, and it's all throughout Phoenixville. And if you can't make it, this year we have teamed up with our awesome friends at Voxy Pop, and they're going to be live streaming a broadcast of this parade. We have two excellent announcers, Rob Freeze and Dolly Winston. We're going to have man on the street interviews, so we're producing this like they do the parades in Philly, the big parades. So we're very excited about this. And now Peter is going to talk to you about that side.
Oh, perfect. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. A couple of things. Of course, leading up to this, the last 6 months, we've told you about sponsorship opportunities, about the Dogwood Festival itself. So, of course, starting in 1943, this is the 75th anniversary. And so we are looking for individuals. If you or your organization would be interested in sponsoring us, we literally would need to know today because we need to get these banners printed. But at the same time, we have some really neat opportunities because we are live streaming. It will not only be available live via internet, it will also be played on the Phoenixville network, and it will also be played on demand, so people will be able to watch the video anywhere in the world via internet. So if any organizations or people would like to sponsor, we have sponsorships ranging from $70 all the way to $3,000+. I mean, we'll of course take more than $3,000. So please let Karen, Jess, or I know today, and we can make sure to get you slotted in there. We have a lot of great opportunities to get your name out there and really associate with you with this great event. So thank you very much, and thank you for your support. Of course, this began in 1943 as a way to raise money. They used to sell war bonds. Buffy's mom actually used to sit there when she was a high school student at the festival and sell war bonds. And so this has always been a way to support the Phoenixville community and support the men and women in our armed services. So thanks for being here today, and thanks for your support. But let us know.
Hello, Frank again. And I'm keeping Peter up here.
Apparently also double duty.
We have two. I have just two events quickly want to mention. One is coming up the morning of Dogwood. It's a Good Samaritan 5K. It's run right in town, right in Phoenixville. The run is at 9 a.m. We do the awards at about 10:30. We have a little after party at Great American Pub, and then we go right from there to the Dogwood Parade. So it's all that. And we have two things. If you don't want to walk or run, you can buy a course sign that looks like a golf hole sign. It's $50. You can advertise yourself or your business, or you could run or walk, and that's $30. The second thing we want to talk about, and keeping Peter up here, is we have our annual Molly McGuire's charity golf outing coming up. Surprise, surprise, I'm organizing that. That is on Wednesday, June 6th. We partnered with the Phoenixville Police Department, and Peter is my partner on this particular event, along with Molly's and the rest of the police department. All the money that's going to be raised for this particular event is going to go to the police department's equipment fund, which helps them buy things like bulletproof vests that the taxpayers don't pay for. So it has to be either paid for by the police themselves or some private donors, and other types of equipment that the police need. So together with the police, we're playing this golf outing. All the proceeds are going right to the police department for these things. It is Wednesday, June the 6th. Again, we have the course golf hole signs that are $50, or you could play golf for $120. And I have information out front on that event, and I have information out front on the Good Samaritan 5K. So, and Peter, you're the man.
Oh, thank you.
He's helping. He's helping.
But, and thank you to Frank, and thank you to Mom McGuire's for thinking about sorry, it's like changing hats from one side to the other. But the Phoenixville Police Department, does rely heavily, and many people may not realize this, but tax dollars alone do not actually cover the cost of all the equipment needs that we have our police department. We have 30 officers. They work, of course, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Last year, they did over 12,000 calls in addition to all the events and things that we asked them to do. And so the Phoenixville Police Department has relied heavily throughout the years on the the generosity of the community, specifically the VFW organizations like the JCs, and then, of course, this event. So we do rely heavily on these donations to really help to upgrade the equipment that we have and ensure that we can continue to serve the best we can the Phoenixville community. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Schaefer from Kimberton Chiropractic. And at Kimberton Chiropractic, we're always trying to express that there's other ways to be healthy than might be in the forefront of your mind. And chiropractic is way beyond neck and back pain. And so I'm not going to go into all that today. I know you've heard me before, but what I wanted to do is introduce our new community outreach person who's going to continue to bring new messages of health and wellness to you. And this is Karen Coulter. You might recognize Karen from her years at Steel City. And she found us, and I am so lucky. She's passionate starting, I don't know, third, third career, but Karen took a big step coming out and working with us to kind of follow her passion. And that has translated already in the week and a half that she's been with us, that she has a great idea for how we can really help the community be aware that there are options when you're thinking about taking care of yourself. So this is her introduction and her first time in front of the room. So go ahead, Karen.
Thank you. Are you able to hear me out there? Yes. Okay. Thanks, Lisa. I'm really excited to be back in the community of Phoenixville. I love it here. I've been here for 16 years. I've got 3 kids in the community, so I am invested in the community. I came to Kimberton Chiropractic because I am passionate about wellness, and I do want to spread wellness throughout our community. We are beginning a community education program called Body Signals. And what we're going to do is monthly, we're going to discuss different body signals. Each month it will be a specific body signal, which is also known as a symptom, and how to address those symptoms holistically through chiropractic care. And I just lost my train of thought, sorry. Oh yeah, the workshops, thanks. So yeah, these workshops will be monthly, and my idea is to ask for sponsorships for these workshops. Although we are not asking for money, what we would like to ask for is just your name and your friends and everybody that partner together with you. Sorry, I just kind of was thrown up here. So yeah, so if you're interested in sponsoring our workshops,
Just give you a call.
sorry, you can laugh at me. It's really fine. I don't mind at all. So, yeah, so if you're interested, come and get me after this because I work better speaking one-on-one. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to be over there drinking my coffee. Free community workshops once a month. Come and see me, and I'll tell you more because I don't I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'll be over there.
Thank you, everybody. Just as a Dogwood note, the Chamber and Phoenixville First are very happy to sponsor Dogwood this year. We're really excited about all the changes. And the Chamber actually has secured a spot in the parade as a miniature float. We're not talking like chicken wire. We have nowhere to store that. But we do have a truck, and we have hired Moana. So we can discuss that later if you've got questions about how to secure a Disney princess. I have a lot of experience now. So we will be handing out leis as provided by the Inman family. And Moana will perform at the performance stop. So we're excited to have her and excited to have something for the kids during the parade. And again, really just proud to support it. The last announcement for me prior to us getting into speed networking, we were chatting as a staff, and we have decided that for everyone's name tags, we're going to jazz them up a little bit. So over the course of you registering for months in the coming months, registering for meetings in the coming months, we will be asking you for a fun fact about yourself. And then that fun fact will be posted actually on your name tag. So if you already have one, you want to submit it, feel free to do that anytime. You could also change it anytime. But every time you register, you'll be getting an email from our staff for that for right now. We just think it's a more interesting way to help folks get to know each other and something a little different for these meetings. So keep them PG though, gang, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right. Okay, so for speed networking today, if you are unable to attend, at this point, you could head out at any moment. If you have to leave early, don't feel bad about that. Just let us know, give us a wave, and we'll put somebody in your place. The way that this will work is you will have 4 minutes per person that you're speaking with. So all of you folks filling the room are going to take a seat, doesn't matter where, at all of these tables here. We'll get everybody matched up. You'll sit across from someone and chat with them for 4 minutes. At the halfway mark, we'll ring a bell so that you know it's time to share your time in case you haven't done that at that point. And at the very end, we'll ask you to switch. What switching means is one side of the table will be selected. That side of the table will stand up and move over one chair. At the end of the event, of course, you will have not had a chance to talk to every single person in the room because there are folks to your side that you are not going to be connecting with that way. We'll have about 15 minutes at the end that we'll reserve that if you wanted to talk with anybody else, you can do that during that time. Okay? If you've got questions, feel free to see me. But at this time, we're just going to ask everybody sticking around for speed networking, please feel free to grab a seat at the long tables now. Okay?
Oh yeah, pasta.